Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a small roundup of today's Worldwide Developer Conference keynote from Apple. The keynote lasted about 2 hours, where, of course, they were showing off all sorts of new demos of software and operating systems. WWDC started off today. First keynote, of course, one of the interesting, nice gestures of Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, was to ask everybody to stand up and have a little moment of silence for the victims of the Orlando shooting, which was really nice. And so they kicked off some of the highlights. Well, iOS 10, that's not a surprise. We knew it was about to happen. In iOS 10, Siri is opened up for third-party developers. So that means that there's going to be probably even more interesting features of Siri in the future. Also, Siri lets users now book Ubers, send WeChat messages, and watch sports by asking Siri to do it for them. Faces and places have returned to the iPhone's photo app after they were removed when iPhoto replaced photos. So kind of a step back a little bit, but with improved features. Apple strongly emphasized the fact that the processing of pretty much everything that's happening is done locally on the device, to kind of talk about the fact that people are scared of their privacy, and they really took a little bit of time to talk about the privacy stuff. Also, on the announcement of a redesign from the ground up, Apple Music, the streaming service. The update cleans up the look of the already minimalist interface, as well as adding lyrics to songs that now you're listening to, and that they're at 15 million subscribers. Phone app received same treatment as the music got a few years back. Third-party voice calling app can now get almost the same access as the built-in phone app. Also, a new feature where if you get a weird phone number showing up when you're getting a call, it will try to tell you or let you know that you might be having some kind of a spam phone call or a fake phone call. So it's cool. They've totally revamped the Messages app. Now there's emojis that are 3 times bigger. They also have predictive emojis. You can just click once you send, for example, the text, you can look at the text before you send it and click the emojis, and it's going to highlight all the words that can be replaced by emojis. So all sorts of nice little features with that there. So new Messages app will have a lot more features, will enable all sorts of effects, even full screen effects on the phone. Kind of cool. They've also mentioned that OS 10 is now called macOS. So they're departing from the OS 10 numbering and name. So macOS and the macOS Sierra will be the next version. iOS 10, by the way, is going to be released this fall. No iOS 10 today, which is surprising. Usually they would have it on the same day, and basically in the same afternoon you could download it. But now it's going to be available for developers, but it's not going to be available to everybody before the fall. macOS Sierra, same thing, not available before the fall. Siri, now part of macOS, meaning that your next upgrade to Mac operating system will add Siri, the personal assistant, to your computer. So that's probably kind of an answer also to Windows Cortana, basically. You can also, it will answer questions on Macs, can be used for messaging and search. macOS will have a much greater integration with iCloud. Apple says by deleting local content and hosting it in the cloud, it will free up large amounts of hard drive space. So, and also there will be Apple Pay for the web. Apart from that, we had a long time discussing WatchOS 3, all the new features. So announcing WatchOS 3, Apple sought to tackle some of the biggest criticism of the Apple Watch, the slow speed, and from the demo they showed, they've really been showing that they've improved the speed of everything showing up on the screen and the apps. Also, WatchOS 3 will load apps into memory before they are launched, making them 7 times faster to launch, according to Apple. Interface is improved, it's actually improved with depth of glances. The watch is confusing some apps that could be accessible by swiping up from the bottom. Instead, up-to-date apps can be accessed from a tap on the side button. So there's big changes on Apple Watch. No new Apple Watch or nothing. We'll save that for the end. If you have a Mac as well as an Apple Watch, you'll be able to unlock your computer automatically just by being near it while you're wearing the watch. Stuff like that. Of course, users will be able to spell out individual letters on the screen, typing short messages if they want to reply to text, emails, stuff like that. There was also a discussion of TVOS with improvements. Apple TV received a few new features for its update due this autumn. New remote app lets users control their TV through their iPhones. A new sign-on, calling single sign-on service that will let you log into the various TV apps with one sign-on app instead of having all sorts of codes and apps that you have to enter these weird passwords and everything the first time you use them and so on. So making things much easier. You'll be able to search YouTube videos with voice, so that's also something quite interesting. So apart from talking about all sorts of developer kits for pretty much everything, including the fact that it will be free to everyone. So for example, even children in school can learn how to program and make apps for free. That's pretty cool. I think it's a good idea also. Basically, this also they were saying that the App Store, the Apple App Store, has given away $50 billion in payment to developers and creators that made apps, which is a pretty nice amount of money when you think about it. Apart from that, no hardware at all. And it was slowly getting clear because in the last few days they were talking a lot about different operating systems and stuff, but there was not a lot of talk about apps or anything, or hardware, sorry, or anything. So no announcements of any hardware at all, just straight operating system and developer stuff, and new operating systems for their devices. So it seems that there's nothing yet new, and we'll probably have to wait maybe to the fall to have news of new items. So all the operating systems for every device that they've talked about is this fall. Each operating system, each device has beta testing that will start in July for most of them, so that you can try it out if you want before. But pretty much everything, all the updates for macOS, for iOS, and Apple TVOS, Apple TVOS, and WatchOS, all in the fall. Nothing right now. I gotta say it was one of kind of the boring keynotes of Apple. I've watched many Apple keynotes. This one was a little kind of uninteresting, and it's going to be interesting to see next time they talk about hardware and stuff, I think. So that's pretty much what we had for the Worldwide Conference, the keynote from Apple today. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos, and hopefully you will continue watching us on this channel. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this little roundup of the Apple keynote.